Fashion Fever doll wasn't the only good deal that I found at Replay Toys in Hendersonville last week. I also found some good prices on some other dolls that I've had on my wish list as well. This video is going to be sort of a mixed bag, so I hope you're ready, because we're going to be starting off with a surprise fashion show.
Preview.
You might remember that I started off my Barbie Fairytopia video with a really cool handmade Ken outfit that was lovingly made for me by Andrea Dolls Ahoy. Well, I recently gifted her a surprise box of doll parts that she opened up in a video that I will link down below. I'm so happy that she seemed to like almost everything in the box, and I can't wait to see what custom dolls that she gets inspired to make. So for any updates, feel free to follow her on Instagram and subscribe to her on YouTube. And as thanks, she decided to surprise me with even more custom-made doll clothes that are being modeled by this group of dolls. Now, some of these clothing pieces I've just had in my wardrobe, and I've tried to pair them with what Andrea sent me into semi-sensible outfits, so I'm not really sure if these dolls are gonna stay in these outfits or not. Our first model of the day is Modern Circle Melody, who is wearing this silver puff sleeve shirt that was made by Andrea. This shirt was inspired by one of the clothing pieces on an upcoming color change Barbie with a side shade. Me and Andrea sort of had a short discussion about this doll, and we both really like a lot of the pieces that she's going to come with. So this is Andrea's attempt at making a similar pattern to that doll shirt, and I can't wait to compare it to the real deal once she is released. But we all already know that Mattel's version is going to be trash quality compared to this. I am in love with this shirt. You all know that gray is my favorite color, and I love this fabric. It almost looks like it's coated in glitter. I hope that you all can kind of see that I went for a patriotic, all-American, firecracker look for Melody. I figured that the red boots and the bow would look really good with her lip color, and for some reason the Sparkle Girl skirt with these witchy stars on it really reminded me of Andrea. And I suppose this outfit also reminded me of the 4th of July, so I also gave her a popcorn accessory. Our second model is Dimples, who is wearing this really pretty long sleeve floral shirt that was also made by Andrea that is actually fitted for a curvy body. Me and Andrea sort of had a short conversation about how there aren't really a lot of good clothing options for curvy Barbies, so I'm really happy to add this to my wardrobe. I figured that some of the pink in the shirt would look really good with her lipstick color, and I also paired it with this denim skirt. Like I said, not a lot of good options for curvy Barbie, so I couldn't be picky. Denim is a neutral, right? But this is a beautiful shirt. And I know I might get some hate for this, but I love ruffles, and that might just be the inner magical girl lover in me talking. The shirt also has this really awesome collar around the neck, and the sleeves have sort of an elastic on them, so it makes them look really puffy. I love that added detail. And it also velcros on the front. Our third model you might remember from one of my older videos. This is the salon hairstylist that is rebodied on a Made to Move petite body that is wearing this adorable pastel floral skirt that was also made for me by Andrea. You can already see that Andrea also made me a couple more colors in this style, which is really good because I don't really dress my dolls in anything below the knees. I kind of give them the Sailor Moon treatment. You know, the jacket might be a little bit too much for this outfit because of how shiny it is. It's kind of distracting from the skirt, but I thought that the greenish blue color would call back to some of the green blues and the flowers. I probably won't keep her in this. I just feel like it's not sassy enough for her, but I love this skirt. It's so cute. And our fourth model for today is actually a Ken. Yeah, Mattel isn't making a lot of good Ken clothes right now either, so I'm really happy that Andrea made this awesome gray dress shirt for one of my Ken dolls. I don't really dress up myself, but that doesn't mean that my dolls can't. It is a long sleeve shirt, but I did roll up the sleeves just because I think that seeing a little bit of forearm on a man looks really attractive, and it just makes it look a lot more casual. It has a swirly pattern on it that I think looks really good in doll scale. It kind of reminds me of an Avatar The Last Airbender where Aang uses his airbending. I paired the shirt with these bluish gray shoes that I actually thrifted the other day, and I have no idea where they came from originally, and I believe that this is one of the Twilight Guys pants, but as a whole, I love this outfit. And for our fifth model, we have Tiffany wearing another one of the pencil skirts that Andrea made for me. This one has sort of like an abstract, almost watercolor look to it, and it sort of has like a warm tone to it, like a warm gray, and I thought it looked really good with Laura Croft's tank top. Yeah, I guess I just saw some yellow tints in it. That's why I paired it with a lot of my gold accessories, like these gold earrings that I got from that Integrity doll that I opened, along with this gold belt buckle. And the black belt, shoes, necklace, and headband made sense to me because of these splotches of black in these skirts. This red bag came from one of those deluxe fashionistas that came with a couple extra accessories and another outfit. I really wish I still made those, and I just added it because it kind of called back to her red lipstick. I was just having fun with the headband. I thought I'd add some extra personality. It looks like all the color has faded for Rainbow Brights. Our final model for today is June, who is wearing this really cool smoky gray skirt that was also made by Andrea. I went for a totally black and white look for June today. I paired this pencil skirt with Barbie Extra No. 3 swimsuit, some silver accessories, some cat-eye sunglasses, and also some Snapstar shoes. After her bimbofication, Barbie clothes don't always fit June perfectly. These pencil skirts work really well, but Barbie Extra No. 3 swimsuit is a little bit stretched. I'm not really sure if that's gonna fit all that right on Barbie after I get it off. But I really love these pencil skirts. They're so versatile, and they're made extremely well. So Andrea definitely has June's approval, and that's not an easy feat. So Andrea, me and my dolls thank you so much for these awesome outfits that you've made for them. Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, these pencil skirts are actually made from a shortened version of a pattern that she shared on her blog spot. So I will link that down below just in case any of you would like to make some of these for yourself. And as much as I like to start off by reviewing this gorgeous queen, I actually have something that I'd like to show first. I really don't collect celebrity dolls, but I saw this MC Hammer doll there in really rough condition. He's still mint in box, but this box has definitely seen better days. I liked a couple of the clothing pieces that he came with, so I figured that since he was only $10, I might as well pick him up. The only reason that he's not displayed with these other two is because I literally couldn't get this box to stand because of how rough shape it's in. And the plastic is all yellowed on the front, so he really isn't in any sort of displayable condition, so he needs to come out of his packaging anyway. I really have no idea who MC Hammer is, but I assume that because he comes with his own cassette, that he was once a very popular musical artist, but I've never heard any of his songs. But you can get a good look at who this doll is meant to resemble on the back. He's honestly a really good looking guy, and you can see that this is an official Mattel product and it was made in 1991. And here is my Project MC Squared doll displayed out of its packaging. I read somewhere online that MC Hammer was the very first black male celebrity to ever get his very own head sculpt made for him by Mattel, which is really cool. So this head sculpt is sculpted to his likeness and includes his facial structure, his hairstyle, and even his little rat tail at the back. It says copyright 1991 Bustin'. I guess that's his record label. The plastic on his head is very sticky, just like McKenna's Share Bear figure was, and somebody commented that that might be the plastic sweating on the inside of the packaging, so I guess that's just another thing that comes with collecting vintage figures. This neck mechanism is very interesting. I don't think that I own another Ken doll that has this sort of neck joint. I usually see this sort of thing on action figures, and it allows for a large range of motion. So that's really cool. But like I said, I really only got this guy for his outfit, specifically this black mesh top with all these rainbow stars on it. I just thought that it looks so cool, and I can't wait to see how it fits on a modern made-to-move Ken body. He's also wearing this oversized sparkly purple jacket with some black lining and also some matching parachute pants. Overall, it's an extremely well-made outfit, especially compared to modern Mattel products, and he finishes the look off with these black flats. The back of his box made it very apparent that MC Hammer was known for his dancing skills, so I'm very disappointed with his lack of articulation, but I don't know, maybe this is all that was available at the time. MC Hammer has rotation at the neck, at the shoulder, at the waist, at the hip, and also a bend and snap knee. So still more articulation than a modern Ken doll, but I really can't see this guy rapping and rocking without being able to bend his elbows. I almost forgot to mention that he also came with a couple more accessories, including these gold frameless glasses and also this black microphone. So here is how a modern made-to-move Ken fits into MC Hammer's outfit. It looks just as oversized, if not even more oversized, on the made-to-move Ken as it did on MC Hammer. I think this Ken might have found his Halloween costume for this year. I'm sort of surprised by how well the glasses fit on him. The modern Ken head sculpts can be a lot fatter than the vintage Ken head sculpts, so these glasses fit very snugly on his face. And here is the bonus cassette that he comes with. It features the songs Dancing Machine and also You Can't Touch This. And here is how the mesh top fits on him without the jacket. It just sort of slips over him, so unfortunately there's no Velcro on the back. I'm sure that this will be claimed by one of my more flamboyant Ken dolls. Now, this is a doll that I've had on my wish list for a while now. This is the 40th anniversary first Black Barbie. I didn't really get any sort of good deal on her. I really only got her for her initial retail price, which was $50, but she's no longer in production, and because of that, her price has been kind of skyrocketing on the secondhand market. So I figured that I'd just go ahead and bite the bullet and pick her up for her initial retail price, because there ain't no way that I'm gonna find a better deal on her at this point. Making her debut in 1980, Black Barbie became the first ever black fashion doll to actually have the name Barbie. She wore a stylish red dress and had her hair in a curly afro hairstyle. She sparked a new era of possibility for girls everywhere. To celebrate her ruby anniversary, 40th anniversary first Black Barbie doll fittingly wears a flowing red trumpet-style gown with cutaway sleeves, inspired by her original outfit. Her hair is styled in a sophisticated updo, a subtle nod to her original look. Finishing touches include golden hoop earrings, necklace, and a matching clutch. Then, like now, this anniversary doll captures the doll's signature statement: she's black, she's beautiful, she's dynamite. There were no more than 20,000 available worldwide, and here is a comparison between the 1980 version and the 2020 version. I really love this presentation and all these gold accents that match her gold jewelry. Unfortunately for her, I am not an inbox collector just because I don't feel like you can fully appreciate a doll just by looking at the inside of her packaging. I would like to have a duplicate of her just to keep her in box, but at this point, it's not gonna happen. And here is the 40th anniversary first Black Barbie straight out of her packaging. This now has to be one of the most beautiful Black Barbies that I own. I can't believe it took me this long to get her. She uses the Selma head sculpt, which is a very recent head sculpt and is dated 2017. I'm gonna be completely honest, like I always am, and say that I was very disappointed at first that they didn't use the stuffy face sculpt for the 40th anniversary Black Barbie like they did with the original one in the 1980s, because every doll that's made using this stuffy face sculpt always seems to sell very well, but Mattel seems to be almost afraid of using it recently. They even went as far as making a brand new head sculpt for the Flight for Fashion Barbie, dubbed the O-Dial head sculpt, which has Steffi's same round face and pouty lips, so I'm very confused as to why they haven't used it recently. Maybe how sculpted the eyes are on the Steffi face sculpt makes it really hard to print the faces on with the new facial screening method. I mean, that's the only logical reason that I can think of, because the O-Dial head sculpt has literally no sculpting around the eye ridges. I mean, it's basically flat. And I also understand that the decision to use the Steffi face sculpt in the 1980s was due to the fact that there just weren't a lot of Barbie face sculpts to choose from at the time. But in 2020, Mattel has a vast catalog of head sculpts to choose from, and I completely understand the decision to use a more Afrocentric head sculpt for a Black Barbie. And honestly, Selma is a criminally underused face sculpt, and I really wish they would introduce this face sculpt into Playline, because I feel like a lot of dolls that use the Asha or the Nibbly or the Grace head sculpts should have been made with the Selma face sculpt instead to add even more diversity. This is only the second Barbie that I've ever owned using the Selma face sculpt, the first one being the African American Puma Barbie, which was painted very differently to this one. This one has some gorgeous gold eyeshadow and some beautiful red lips that look really good with her dress. She's got these beautiful brown eyes and some awesome thick eyebrows, and her hair is that awesome afro texture that I love so much. And to be honest, I feel like Mattel has really mastered the afro hair texture for their black dolls compared to any fashion doll company, even the Fresh dolls. She has these beautiful gold earrings and gold necklace to match her eyeshadow. She has red painted nails to match her dress, and also these red high heels that are very simple, you know, but I mean, they're not the focal point here. The focal point is her dress. She's wearing this gorgeous, almost Jessica Rabbit-esque red glitter dress, which has some slits on the sleeves. This dress is honestly really simple, but the shape and the fabric is just everything, and it closes in the back with these plastic snaps. Like I've said before, I'm honestly not one for dresses. I like for my dolls to be more on the casual side, but I like this one so much that I might actually keep it in my collection. I know one of my dolls would love to wear this. Unfortunately, this doll is not articulated, and I usually don't spend more than $20 on a non-articulated doll, but I had to for her face. She is on the Model Muse body, but this one's kind of weird because it's a little bit thicker than the normal Model Muse body, and it's dated 2012 on the back, whereas the original Model Muse body is dated 2003. Here's a comparison with the original Model Muse body from 2003. See, it's a little bit thicker than the original Model Muse body, but I wouldn't go as far as saying it is the curvy version of the Model Muse body because it's very faint, you can hardly tell. It's just this one's hips seem to be a little bit thicker, and the Model Muse body is really good for display, but that's not good enough. If you're like me and you want to upgrade her to a Made to Move body, she's a pretty good match for the lavender top Made to Move yoga Barbie, but I'm probably going to give her my spare BMR 1959 body just because I really feel like someone's face sculpt will work really well on the curvy body. So I'm really happy to finally have this girl in my collection, and I would love to have at least a reproduction of the original 80s First Black Barbie just because I feel like they're both dynamite. Oh yeah, I almost forgot she came with the gold clutch. The final Barbie that I'm going to be unboxing today is a very sentimental one because not only did I have the original Tickle Me Elmo in the 90s, but I also got this Tickle Me Elmo Barbie for Christmas one year in the early 2000s. The Tickle Me Elmo toy was very popular in the early 2000s. My mom said that she had to fight somebody in Walmart in order to get me one, and this Barbie was released to help celebrate the 10th anniversary of the doll. I think that this year they also released a new and improved Tickle Me Elmo that could do other things than vibrate and make noise, which is all the original one could do, but I was such a dumb kid that that was enough to keep me entertained. Colors and decorations may vary. Barbie doll cannot stand alone or hug, hold, squeeze, snuggle, or canoodle Elmo as shown. I still to this day don't really know what TMX stands for. I would assume that it would be Tickle Me, but I really don't get the X. I believe that this little Elmo was supposed to make noise whenever you press on his stomach, but the batteries have obviously went dead inside of him, and it says that it includes 3 AG13 batteries, and I'm not sure if those are the ones that are included inside of him already or if they're in there separately somewhere. I really hope they are because these are obviously dead. And here is the 2006 Tickle Me Elmo Barbie straight out of her packaging. She uses the CEO/Generation Girl head sculpt, which is dated 1998. She is kind of just like a basic Barbie, but this is a very interesting facial screening for Generation Girl. I really love how they gave her these adorable freckles, and I love her hairstyle too. They're done up in these 2 low pigtails. So cute. This is really good quality hair too. It's not dry or anything, it just needs a brush. You can really tell that she comes from the early 2000s fashion fever era Barbie because of all the layers and accessories that she comes with. The early 2000s might have been the best era for Barbie. She's got a lot of accessories. She comes with these clear red glasses, these silver earrings, this really cool black bracelet. Oh, she's got a couple bracelets. She's got 2 black and 1 red on this hand. No bracelets on this hand, but she does come with a really cool silver belt that's got an Elmo buckle on it. That's awesome. And she also has these black boots. And the boots have these sort of faux socks on them that have an Elmo pattern. They're not complete socks, so they're really just for show, but they get the job done. Her outfit really has that early 2000s schoolgirl Sailor Moon look to it, but these are all separate pieces, like this knitted cover-up, and this really adorable Elmo t-shirt with some glitter outlines, and this awesome shimmery ruffled skirt with some red stitching on it to add some extra detail. And if that wasn't enough, this skirt has real pockets. Yo, come on. Like, get out of here with all that detail. I might have to take up a second job if modern Barbie had all this quality. So this girl comes with a lot of awesome pieces that I'm definitely going to be able to use on my other dolls. And here is a look at the miniature Elmo that she comes with. The batteries are obviously inside of him, and they definitely went dead at this point. So once I get some new batteries for him, I will definitely add a clip of him working. But it's so awesome that she comes with her very own miniature Tickle Me Elmo. My little brother Malachi inherited my original Tickle Me Elmo whenever he was a baby, so this also reminds me of my little brother. So as far as articulation goes, this Barbie has movement at the head, at the shoulders, at the elbow, at the hip, and also a bend and snap knee. So with that added elbow joint, she can definitely hold her buddy Elmo. Well, thank you all so much for joining me today for this Replay Toys haul. For any of my local friends, I really recommend checking them out because they get new stock in all the time, and I'd love to do more of these hauls in the future. Again, thank you so much, Andrea, for all these awesome clothing pieces. Be sure to go check her out on Instagram and follow her if you haven't already, because she posts some awesome doll customs that you don't want to miss out on. If you haven't already, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoy my content, and I'll see you on the next video. Thank you so much. Bye.